Shut your eyes and visualize the ancient serpents, their shapes twisted in the shadows of an ancient sun. The Titanoboa, a beast so enormous that its name resonates in the echoes of forgotten jungles, is easy to call forth. It ruled over waters teeming with life and was a beast of rivers, a titan of flesh and bone. Despite its size, the Titanoboa is a predator that rightfully claims the silent, shimmering fish as its own, and its dread comes from its size more than its cruelty. However, there was another, a family of snakes whose threat was not just in size, but also in cruelty and ways derived from old design and brutality. These snakes, belonging to the Matsuidae family, slithered into history with eyes that regarded the world as prey and jaws that spoke of disaster. Their narrative starts 98 million years ago, during the Cretaceous cloud, when dinosaurs' footfall throbbed throughout the earth. The first of their type appeared, shrouded in mystery and identified only by a solitary bone found in Sudanese dunes. From this modest origin, they migrated to Europe, Asia, and other continents, their shapes as varied as the regions they overran. Some were faint, hardly audible in the brush. Some, such as Sanaje indicus, were large serpents that terrified the young of powerful titanosaurs. These early members of the Matsuidae were opportunists, eating a variety of fish, birds, reptiles, and mammals. Their jaws, which were inflexible and unable to swallow victims whole, were their most terrifying characteristic. What ought to have been a restriction turned into a defining characteristic of terror. They tore and twisted their victims' flesh until it gave way, ripped their hunger, having a feeling of power by satisfying their hunger. Deep in prehistorical times when all was wild, slithered a family of serpents that, with each slither, communicated secrets and strength. Amidst these specters of the past, Matsuoya's name was imprinted upon the very fabric of Earth and the very essence of its continents. But today, the name Matsuoya lies concealed in bits of stone, scattered throughout the earth like pieces of a forgotten dream. Yet, in the echoes of these fossils, we can almost feel its presence, the weight of its coils pressing against the fabric of history. And though the Matsuoya are gone, their story is eternal, a tale of serpentine magnificence, a fable of survival inscribed into the bones of an ancient earth. It stalked Madagascar in the last days of the Cretaceous, a huge and powerful serpent. Its primitive jaws reduced its prey to pieces, and its muscles, with 26 feet of coiled might, crushed their existence. This beast was not even extinguished by the devastating KT extinction. It persevered, finding safety in a damaged world thanks to its modest appearance and sluggish metabolism. A new titan emerged from its survival, the serpent Vasuki indicus, which slithered through India's Eocene wetlands. Vasuki is a thread woven into the larger tapestry of serpentine kin, not a lone phantom. The lineage of Vasuki tells of that it's a medium to large-bodied Matsuids that traveled through their epochs. Their presence was a silent control over countries full of life and danger, and their size represented their might. This enormous predator, which was 50 feet long and a living horror, was an unmatched ambush hunter. The carcasses of crocodiles, turtles, and early whales were ripped apart by its savage jaws as they fell into its crushing grip. Vasuki, a terrestrial terror whose reign extended as far as its shadow, prowled the land in contrast to Titanoboa. However, even giants have to fall. Vasuki and its relatives are now only shadows in the fossil record. Yet their bones continue to tell tales of a time when the ground was undeveloped, the sky was wide, and the serpents were unmatched. The world started to change as cooler climates replaced the Eocene. These cold-blooded predators' enormous bulk became a burden, and their enormous shapes were unsustainable in a world that was changing. The Matsuidae, however, would not completely disappear. They finally found sanctuary in Australia, where animals like Yurlungur and Wanambi emerged to continue their tradition. Their survival is evidence of their adaptability and ferocity, as they flourished as top predators here, surrounded by marsupial lions and huge birds. The last of its type, Wanambi, waited for humans to come out of the shadows. It dominated the dry bush and waterholes of prehistoric Australia for 23 million years. However, no serpent, no matter how terrifying, could stand up to human inventiveness. Only bones and the tiniest hints of what previously existed remain after the Aboriginal peoples put an end to an era of serpents with fire and stone. Thus, with its chapters recorded in stone and clay, the Matsuidae story comes to an end. They were more than just snakes. They represented adaptability, survival, and the innate hunger that molded our planet. Their tale of wonder and fear serves as a reminder of the darkness that lurks in the recesses of history, just waiting to be awakened by the light of discovery. Please like, share, and subscribe for more interesting videos.